babe, what are you up to?
Oh, hi. Just getting some final shots of this piece here.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I think
One
I've
of
got
my
one.
favorites.
It's nice, isn't it? Thus you shall go to the stars. It's lovely because it's one of two. It's actually an armoire, French armoire door. And yeah, I've always loved this piece. Just the detail in it. It's beautiful.
Oh, I
isn't it?
know. Oh, it's stunning.
So yeah, basically all this week that's what I've been doing up here in the gallery, documenting all the work, which basically means just photographing every single piece, taking all the measurements and listing the mediums involved, and then putting them all on the website. But what's been good is that with lockdown, being able to do a lot more artwork. The great thing about it is that spring is coming, which means new customers will be coming hopefully. So it's just getting everything prepared. So everything's presented the way it should be.
So what's left?
So yeah, the only thing I need to do is photograph the demijohns over there. I've looked through the lens and they look great, you know, but I think a little bit cluttered, a lot going on in the background. And because it's glass, obviously, you're seeing through that. So I thought to sort of maximise the detail in each demijohn, it might be nice to take them out as it's such a glorious day. I was thinking at the back, up against the cypress trees.
Oh, that'll look nice.
Yeah, it's a nice way to sort of document artwork, I think, up against nature. So I'm just going to go down and do that now.
Okay, I will follow you down.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get out in the sun. It's been a bit brisker this morning, hasn't it? Okay, let me just shut this off. I'll leave my list here, come back for that later. Okay?
I love your little list. Cracks me up. I do everything on the computer, but you have your lovely handwritten book.
Okay. So we'll start with these two.
Oh, and here's the other one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was born addicted to fantasy.
Huh.
So what is that?
So that's the sister of Thus You Should Go to the Stars. By that I mean it's the second door to the armoire. And yeah, it's a mirror basically oxidised with gold, copper and silver leaf. And then I did that lovely script writing. And it's a quote that I discovered in a film years and years ago. And I heard the quote and just fell in love with it. And it's kind of sort of something, I don't know, it's just, it resonates with me.
Of course it does.
Well, the love child of Peter Pan and Mary Poppins. Of course I was born addicted to fantasy. Okay, into the sun. Love these trees so much, they're so beautiful. So I've just set the table up. So what I was thinking is just having these placed like so. Have a look through here, see what it looks like. So beautiful though, isn't it?
It's amazing, I love it.
Where's your sheep this morning?
They're watching you.
Over here. You see them? Yeah, it looks nice.
I like the way the sun is reflecting on the gold.
Lovely, right? Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think what I like to do is document each one, of course, so that's listed individually, but maybe do a little group photo, demijohns, hanging out at Lomini. How nice would that be? And it'd be nice seeing them all together because they're all varied colours, of course, and some have got banners on, etc. So I'm just going to go and fetch the other ones, and yeah, I'll come back and carry on documenting them.
Sounds good. I do love when they're grouped together.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always think that if there's a collection, you know, like some people collect icons or the Statue of Mary, demijohns or keys or books. They're always lovely on their own, but I found that staging is always important, right? And it's always nice when you get one or two of the same kind of genre together, because then it does become a collection, and it's an interesting way to display things in bookcases or on a mantelpiece. So yeah, I gotta grab a few more. I need more hands, that's what I need. And they're so big.
I
They're
can
not
help you.
particularly heavy, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right.
We should get the sheep to work. They're like the donkeys in Spain. It is Spain, isn't it? The donkeys, where they wear the straps and they have all the big demijohns in, wine. Let's do that with the sheep.
Yeah, well, they're a little clumsy because as we can see right behind you, they
Yeah.
broke the fence, didn't they?
Oh yeah, of course.
Got to fix that. Add that to our list of projects.
So what they like doing is coming along to the fence line and having a good old scratch like Baloo from Jungle Book. And it's a funny thing to see because they will literally ground themselves like this, then lean into the fence at an angle. Every time I'm having my morning coffee, you see the fence go like this. You know, I mean the fence is good, it's quite substantial, but you forget how heavy these lawnmowers are. They really are. But once they anchor themselves and push, and they go up and down, I mean it's adorable to see, but it just means more work for you and I.
Johnny is busy cleaning his demijohns for his little photo shoot. Oh, and it looks like the 9 naughty sheep are coming to help him. Hey, your wish came through. The sheep are coming to help. Look at them. They're so curious. It's always Polly. Look at her.
Hey Polly. Hey Polly.
Uh-oh. Now the other one's getting jealous. There he comes. All right, babies. Daddy has to work.
Distracting me.
These cypress trees are absolutely incredible. Oh, look at that. Sheep on one side, sausage dog on the other side, Johnny cleaning his demijohns, and a French flag. Doesn't get better than that. I love that piece. Is that new?
It is actually, yeah, it's one of 4 that I created probably about 4 weeks ago. Yeah, I really love this piece because it's oxidized really, really well. And if you look at these ones here, for instance, so these 3 would have all been covered with gold leaf, unoxidized, which more or less would look like the lettering on this demijohn, nice and bold. Or like the ones on the floor there, the banner. Yeah, so the whole demijohn basically is a ball of gold, which is stunning, but I really, really love it when I attack it with acids to get these lovely patinas. So you see these ones here, more or less the same acids, just oxidized at different strengths, and that's how I got this lovely blue patina. This one you can see here, it's got a little splash. They got quite aggressive because it's actually destroyed some of the gold, created these lovely open pockets. And you can see this one here, it's still got more of its gold intact. But this one here, the blue, it's just incredible. And in the sunlight, there's these lovely flashings of gold that are coming through. So when you look at this, for instance, I was able to stop this part oxidizing just by adding more water. But the top part here, from the neck down, just loads and loads of acids. And then you get these lovely layers, basically. That's a lovely thing about discovering this technique of acids, is that I can direct it. More or less I know what colours I'm going to get with the particular acid that I'm using. And of course, what would oxidize with one colour on gold will react totally different to genuine silver leaf or copper. So yeah, it's quite a process, and it's taken me years and years to sort of to really understand and document how it does oxidize differently on different pieces. And in some way I do feel a little bit like an alchemist, but reverse alchemy. And that's what's exciting, because an alchemist would take something very base like iron, and through their alchemical, wonderful, mystical mix, they will try to transmute that into something precious like gold. So what I like to call reverse alchemy, where I'll take gold and strip it down to something a lot more base, a lot more tarnished. and that's the result. It's incredible, it really is. And these have just been lacquered. You know, if you bring epoxy into it like I do on my artwork, then these colours are magnified tenfold. Incredible. But we are getting distracted. I'm going to lose my sun. The clouds are coming. I really want to crack on.
Okay, photograph away.
I could talk about this all day. You okay, babies? I'm very happy with the photos. I'm pleased we brought them outside. How cute does that look with the French flag?
I love it.
Beautiful, right?
Nothing better than a French flag.
With a French sheep.
With a French sheep.
Named Marie Antoinette. How cute. Ah, I could photograph these all day. My baby sheep. Okay. All right, we're done. Well, I did just want to mention two things. One, so how beautiful they all look together when there's a cluster of demijohns. They're stunning, right? And of course these are going up in the gallery, but because we have lacquered them, they look beautiful out on the courtyard too. But I think my favourite ones are these beauties here. So demijohns were used to store wine and many different spirits. And what happens over the time, if you look at this one, is you get a residue of the fermentation of wine or spirits, and it forms this lovely mottled effect, almost like the foxing that you get on a mirror, for instance. And when I see ones like this that are got that lovely internal patina, I snap them up because it's perfect backdrop to do the script writing or banners on top. So it's always fun to gild the entire demijohn and then to oxidize it. But if I do find ones that have got this natural patina, then it's done its work for me, basically. So why would you mess with that? Because it's organic, there's a history involved, and it tells a story. But it's always lovely just to do a flash of gold, and that might be with a reef, it could be with a French banner, or in this instance, it's got both a reef and some gold lettering, and just beautiful. And in talking to the guys that sell these, to remove this inside, what they actually do is pour some water in, and then X amount of sand from the ocean, and then they spend hours swirling the whole thing around like this, manually, basically. Maybe they do have machines to do it, be a lot easier. But yeah, basically that's how they get rid of all this internal patina. So they end up looking more translucent, like something like this. Personally, I think because of the way my art lings, I love it when it has lovely internal patina all the way around. Imagine that.
I think it looks so amazing because you can
Stunning.
imagine it filled with red wine at some point in its life.
Yeah, and sometimes if they're corked and they're empty, you pop the cork, that smell of red wine or the spirit, it does hit you. This one's gone to the angel share. But interesting. I love these, and collectively, all grouped together like that, upstairs in the gallery outside the apothecary shop, I just think it's a beautiful setting for them. So yeah, I mean, that's all the documenting done, and that was fun with the sheep, I must say. So one leg of the journey left is back up the stairs and place them in front of the apothecary shop.
All right, so where are you going to put them?
Well, I'm thinking that these clearer, translucent ones, I'd like to have up on the furniture, a little bit higher. And I think the reason being is that because they are see-through, they'd really pick up the music song sheets down here.
Oh yeah, they look really good there.
Yeah. So just one more.
Oh wow.
And then we'll have a look. Can you imagine If all these were filled with wine, we wouldn't get any work done, would we?
I wish they were filled with wine.
Whiskey, rosé, red wine, and champagne.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So maybe something just like this.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the clear ones up here. So reflective. One thing I do want to put in, when I was taking the photo, the French flag looked lovely in one, so I might just put it in this old crown one.
Okay. Oh, look how many French flags we have.
I always smile when I walk with one of these in my hand. I don't know why. Just tickles me.
Oh, that looks amazing.
And then the rest just literally in front of the apothecary shop. Maybe something just like that. So I don't know, what you think?
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
Does it feel good to have everything done now?
It does, it feels really good. And just to have something else ticked, done to completion. That is my little story about my beautiful demijohns and how they come to live at Chateau de Lomini in the Alchemy Art Gallery.
The weather is really nice today, and we're lucky because we are just over an hour from this great little oyster town called Gujan-Mestras. And it's just always a fun place to go. It has all these little oyster cabins, and Abernathy absolutely loves the beach there. So I thought we'd have a little picnic on the beach, and there's also a really good brocante there. So we're going to combine the trip, have a little beach picnic, and do a little brocante shopping. We've arrived in Gujan-Mestras, and it's the glorious day that I was hoping for. Gujan-Mestras is a really interesting little place because it is in the Bay of Arcachon, and it's famous for oysters, and it's filled with all these colorful little huts. And there are probably dozens of tasting rooms where you can order a dozen oysters, and it comes with a glass of wine, and it's just the best, most relaxing place. I love it here. And what's really interesting is there are 7 little ports within Gujan-Mestras, and they're almost like fingers that go out into the Bay of Arcachon, and each one has its own feel, and each one changes with the tides. So every time you come, it kind of has a different feel to it. Normally, we would be tasting oysters right now and be sitting in the sun at an adorable little oyster shack, but they're all closed now, of course, because of COVID. So instead, we are going to have our own little picnic that I packed up earlier, and we're just going to enjoy the sunshine. Did you find a good picnic spot?
More or less, yeah, absolutely. We've got the whole beach to ourselves. First things first, I need to put this down because someone needs to sit down. I feel like a, come on, Boo, come on. Come on. Oh.
He's just watching you.
Come on, I need you to hold it down. Come, Daddy. That's it, get on it, Boob. Anchor, anchor. Good boy. Oh my God, it's kind of acting like a kite. We're going to lose Boo. It's going to be like Mary Poppins. So what's in our lovely hamper for our beach picnic?
We've got our lovely tapenade, homemade. We have homemade jam with chili peppers in it for the cheese. And then we've got our little 3 different types of cheese.
Just laughing at my boy, look at him.
Abernathy wants to eat. He's gonna go for it, isn't he? You're gonna go for it, Boo-Boo. I think what I'll do is just put them in like that so that the sand doesn't get all over them. Okay?
Awesome.
Got our cheese. We've got we've some salami here. No Abernathy. Oh!
Whoops a daisy. No, Boob, you got your own food.
No, Abernathy, no. You go sit.
So Boo
Well,
Boo loves his food as much as us. So anytime we do picnics, of course, we have to bring Boo Boo's separate food, which he has right there. But of course, he's not a dog. He's a human. He's a Hugh dog.
He thinks it. I think he bit the hot peppers in here. Abernathy, no. Well, so we did have some lovely salami, but
Show me the evidence.
he took a chunk out of it.
Look at him. Good boy, Boo.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's put this away for now. No. Well, anyway, if nothing else, we have our rosé. Oh, let's put the rosé right there in the sand, shall we?
Well, he's a bit partial to rosé also.
Oh my gosh, Abernathy.
But just look at this stunning view. Look how beautiful it is here.
It's amazing.
This is why we love coming. Cheers, babe. So how nice is this?
This is amazing.
It's lovely, right?
Yes.
You know what? It's like when I lived in Australia, of course, I lived with water everywhere. Oceans, waterways, rivers. So it's just a way of life out there. Here, it's just an hour and 20 minutes away. It's not far at all. But every time I come to places like this, particularly this little spot, it's just so tranquil, so pretty. Yeah, a little bit of Australia comes back, which is lovely. Yeah, having fun, Boo Boo. Every time he comes to the ocean, he like loses 10 years, becomes a puppy again, and just runs everywhere. That's why we love bringing him here. We'll go for a walk in a minute, Boobs. But I think he's got designs on something that's in here. We better be quick, Boo, because the tide's coming in. Reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Look what happened to them. Started off on the beach, little picnic, fell asleep, and a whole nasty can of worms was open in this wonderful world. It's not going to happen to us today, Boob, is it? You don't care. As long as there's some meats in it. Oh.
The artist is at work drawing a sausage dog in the sand. What you doing over there?
He's got a very long nose and a very fat belly.
Well, that's pretty appropriate, don't you think?
There you go. He's smiling now.
It's adorable.
Tide's coming for you, Boobs. So I think it's about time we packed up our picnic and went for a little wander and check out some cabins, huh? I think he's got a different idea though. Maybe he can hold the fort for us and we'll just leave him here to guard the salami. And we're going to check out the oysters and come back. We should be floating in the picnic camper. How cute would that be?
We've overstayed our welcome.
So the gateway is closing to our little picnic area. See that down there?
Oh my gosh, it literally is closing in front of our eyes.
Come on, Boobs.
Hurry, Abernathy, hurry! Go on! Oh, right through the water. It's actually quite warm.
Now, what did I say?
You
Chitty,
said-
chitty, bang, bang.
Exactly, look at her little island. Warm weather in February, you can't beat that.
I've seen these in operation. I have no idea what they're called, but basically what they do is when they harvest the oysters, they would come with a pallet via a forklift truck full of oysters, and then they scoop up a bucket or so, throw it into this channel here. This actually rotates and vibrates, so it has this kind of movement. And what it does is that it gets all the grit and the sand, I believe, out from the shells and around the casing of the oyster. And just to see it tumble with hundreds and hundreds of shells, it's just it's interesting to watch. But yeah, again, no one's here, no one's manning it, no one's working it, because at the moment there's no restaurants open. But you'll see these dotted all around the 7 ports of Art Oysters. And if you ever do come and visit, it's worth just coming over and watching the guys at work. It's quite interesting to see how they process and filter and clean the oysters. So one of our favourite places to experience the seafood here is this lovely place just set across the water, Cabin 301. And there's something quite special about that place. I don't know what it is, it's just got a really chilled, relaxed vibe and atmosphere. And the deck is set up, as you can see, quite high. When the tide is low, you actually look down and you can see like toads and crabs and all sorts of things. It just makes it a lot more authentic.
What, may I ask, are you doing?
Well, as warm as it is, the bottle I'm talking about, I hate wasting wine. I'm sure we can take it home and chill it, but it's such a lovely day today. I'm really enjoying not working on the land or the chateau. So I'm gonna have a glass of wine. Cheers, everybody. I like this little spot here. I got my bench, got my hamper, got my wine, my tree, a few lanterns. Oh, gotta love France, right? Simple things. And that's what I love about this place. Once you go to a pool where it is a working pool like this one is, with these authentic cabins, oh, it's just glorious. However, we do have curfew and we have antiquity to them. And we have had twinkle twigs to look at.
We have to go and buy some oysters as well. And I think I saw an oyster vending machine, which I think is really, really funny.
Oh,
so I think we should buy some oysters from the vending machine.
Let's talk about that, because in our little village in Montpellier, most villages will have the obligatory post office, school, church and bakery. We have all the above minus the bakery. However, we do have French baguette spitting out vending machine where you rock up, put €1 in and out pops warm, freshly baked bread. And Ashley tells me, which I didn't notice actually, that there's a vending machine here where you throw coin in and out comes these wonderful oysters. So I'm quite excited to see that. So let's go and check it out.
So here's the oyster vending machine, refrigerated, and you can choose what size oyster you want. There's a little sign up here. There's 0, those are the largest ones, 5 are the smallest. I think I'm gonna go for 2, which is medium sized. Because I have a couple recipes where they're actually baked oysters and fried oysters. So I think medium size will be good. So basically you pick the size you want and it comes with 3 dozen oysters and a lemon. How cute is that? All right, I'm gonna try this. So I want this one, number 25. Touch the screen. Select what you want, 25. Okay. It's telling me to tap the card. It's registering my payments. Accepted my payment.
Look at that.
Okay, how amazing is that? A lemon, 3 dozen oysters from a vending machine.
I think you're more excited about the lemon, aren't you?
It's so cute.
It is cute.
This is amazing. Yes, I'm quite pleased about this. Well, unfortunately we ran out of time before curfew to go to the brocante shop, but I have my 3 dozen oysters from the vending machine. So we're gonna go home and now we'll have oysters. Coming up next week.
It's my very first shucked oyster.